A solemn Prince Charles, William and Harry pay tribute to fallen soldiers in northern France on the centenary of the Battle of Vimy Ridge. The Prince of Wales, Duke of Cambridge and Prince Harry have joined politicians in northern France to mark the centenary of a defining First World War battle. The royals, each wearing the Remembrance poppy, began their visit on Sunday afternoon by visiting a preserved tunnel and trenches at Vimy Memorial Park on the site of the historic battle near the town of Arras. They later joined French President Francois Hollande and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau at a ceremony to commemorate the Battle of Vimy Ridge. Their visit comes as the Queen sent out a public message paying tribute to the Canadian troops who stood far from home together with their allies in defense of peace and freedom. Today's service, staged at a memorial on the battlefield, honored the sacrifices of Canadian forces and their British counterparts at the four-day battle in 1917. The ceremony, which began with the British, Canadian and French national anthems, was also attended by Governor-General of Canada David Johnston, who tweeted, "100 years after the Battle of Vimy we gather once again on site to never forget." Vimy Ridge, a decisive victory for the Allies against Germany, was important in the development of Canada's national identity as four military divisions from the nation fought together for the first time as the Canadian Corps. The battle, which began early on April 9, 1917, was part of a larger British-led offensive, featuring Australian troops, known as the Battle of Arras, which was a diversionary move to help a major French attack further south. During the ceremony today, Charles, President Hollande and Mr. Trudeau all spoke and laid wreaths at the Canadian National Vimy Memorial, which honors all those from the Commonwealth country who died fighting during the First World War. In his speech, the Prince of Wales said, "Canadians displayed a strength of character and commitment to one another that is still evident today. They did not waver. This was Canada at its best. The Canadians at Vimy embodied the true North, strong and free." William and Harry, who have both served in the armed forces, each laid a pair of boots. The boots are some of the first of thousands that will be placed at the site by Canadian and French youth, representing almost 3,600 Canadians who died during the battle. Before the ceremony, Charles and his sons toured some of the conflict's trenches that were reconstructed a few years after the end of the First World War. The service today attracted an estimated 25,000 visitors, including over 10,000 young people who will have flown in for the commemorations from Canada. In the evening, the royal trio will attend a reception and meet young Canadians who attended the ceremony, athletes who have taken part in Harry's Paralympic-style Invictus Games for injured servicemen and women and veterans, and military personnel from some of Charles' Canadian regiments and military units. Speaking ahead of today's event, Defense Secretary Michael Fallon said, "Today, 100 years ago, British, Canadian and Australian troops served together with enormous courage and sacrifice, with thousands losing their lives in the Battle of Arras and the Battle of Vimy Ridge. The Battle of Arras saw the largest amount of Scottish units ever to have fought together, demonstrating once again their significance and contribution to the British Army, whilst the Battle of Vimy Ridge was a defining moment in Canada's history. The power of Allied forces is relevant today as it was in the spring of 1917, continuing to make the world a safer and more secure place."